name's Vincent, and today I'm going to be doing another top 10 I got coming at you. Obviously, from the title, as you can see, the top 10 video games of all time. Now, before I do anything, I just want to say that this is my opinion. It's not like the top 10 with, what's the highest grossing, with all these other factors like its mark on culture, blah, blah, blah. It's not like that. It's my personal top 10. So, without further ado, here you go. Number 10, Rayman, Hoodlum Havoc. Now this game I really do like, but I haven't played in a long time. I played this on the original Xbox, and the hours and hours I've spent playing it was ridiculous, to say the least. I mean, I would die and die and die and die, but I would just keep coming back, and I had a really fun time playing this game. I would spend hours on end just trying to get past a boss or whatever, but I think what makes it really stand out is, in my mind, is that it had a lot of really awesome imagery, like the cartoon, cartoonish sort of feel, and they, at the time for me it was unique gameplay, and I really enjoyed it, and that's what really puts it at definitely the top 10 of within the top 10 of my favorite video games of all time. Number 9, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Now I know a lot of people are going to hate me for this, but in all honesty, Call of Duty 4 is probably the best Call of Duty out there. I know a lot of people like to hate on Call of Duty because of its lack of innovation and its lack of just varying content. It's kind of like sports games nowadays, but I really liked it. When it first came out, it's definitely the best campaign of all the Call of Duties in my opinion. Call of Duty 2 is where I started playing Call of Duty, and then after that, henceforth, I played Call of Duty 3, I played Call of Duty 4. Call of Duty 4 definitely is without a doubt the best one, just purely from its campaign mode, and it was incredible, and I really enjoyed it a lot. Number 8, Sid Meier's Civilization 5. I'm new to the Sid Meier's series of games, if you will, but this game is insanely good. It's probably the best RTS game I've ever played, without a doubt. And it just has such an addictive thing to it, because you can play as, there's so many different things you can do with it. You can play as different empires which have different bonuses. You can play on different maps, and you can do just a whole bunch of different shit. Its replay value is crazy good. Everything about this game is awesome. And I've been particularly addicted to this game as of recently. I got it a while ago, like a couple months ago, and yeah, I played it here and there, and it's really fun. But definitely recently, it's been so good that it deserves probably the eighth spot for my top 10 favorite video games of all time. So that's how groundbreaking that this game has been to me personally. Number 7, Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. This game is another it's an RTS game, and it is really for as old as it is, it's made in 2002. It has a lot to offer, and that's what I really like about it. I like the management part. I also like the design portion of it, where you can design colors, put different trees, scenery, all that stuff. It was so addictive when I first played it. I played it a lot back, I don't know, mid to late 2000s. I was playing it, and it was just the most addictive thing I've played. I mean, it was like night and day. I would be playing it, I would be making roller coasters, and it was just unbelievably addicting. Number 6, Diablo 2. Besides Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, this game was probably the second most addicting, or probably the most addicting, Roller Coaster Tycoon being the second most addicting. This game was what, not inspired me, but what made me love RPG games. This game was basically my gateway drug towards RPG games like Oblivion and Skyrim and that kind of stuff. I just love, like, I probably made about maybe 25, 40 heroes. All different classes, all different, I just played it so much, and it was the first game where I really played online a whole lot. I don't actually remember when Diablo 2 came out, but this is the game where my online presence with other people would exploded, and it was really fun doing quests with other people, partying up, that kind of stuff, and it was really, really fun. This game, the RPG part of it was, again, very addicting to me, and that's why RPGs to me are my favorite genre of video games. This again was what transcended into my favorite genre of video games, that is of today. Number 5, Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs is not very highly praised by a lot of people. It's got it's a mixed bag, if you will. But when I got it, or when I got the game, I thought it was groundbreaking and genius. It was one of the first games I played where it was kind of like a Grand Theft Auto-ish sort of deal, where you can run around in a city and that kind of stuff. It was the first game I played that was kind of like that. But oh my god, dude, this had a lot of gameplay elements to it that I loved. I love the fact that you can. I know a lot of people say you don't get the opportunity to hack a lot, and the hacking is kind of bland. But I really enjoyed it personally, and so much so that it gets a number 5 on my top, top 10 video games of all time, because it's just so I just love everything about it. I love the I know the storyline was good. Yeah, sure, Aiden Pierce didn't have much of a character, but I thought the storyline was really good. I loved playing it. I loved how it got increasingly difficult, so it scaled towards a player's skill, and I just love that you can just mess around and do whatever you want. So that's why this is number 5 on top 10 video games of all time towards me. Number 4, The Sims 3. I played the original Sims around when it came out. Likewise, I did for The Sims 2. Those two games, I played it almost 24/7. It seems really weird because it takes a completely different turn, and as far as gameplay is considered, but it's just absolutely remarkable in the way that it leaves an impact on the player, because you see yourself as a sim and you just go out and do your shit, basically living a virtual life, if you will. But The Sims 3 was, in my opinion, the best Sims of all the Sims, of the Sims franchise. I know EA buttfucks everyone with DLCs. I don't really get DLCs, but The Sims 3 as a standalone game I thought was complete, and it had everything that I would want. I don't want to add these other supernatural DLC or whatever the hell they have. The Sims 3 as a standalone game was everything that I could ask for, and it was remarkable. So that is why I put it high up on my list of at number 4. Number 3, Dota 2. This game is relatively new. It came out 2013, or that was when the game was officially released, the full-fledged game. That's when I got the game, and by God, it was the most frustrating and difficult game I've ever played. Because when I was first playing it, it was basically go in a match, feed, and that's it. I would like rarely get kills. It was ridiculous. At the time, I was new to MOBAs. I didn't even know what a MOBA was. And I later realized, oh shit, well there's actually like a whole lot to this game. And that's the thing, like nowadays people are joining this MOBA community. League of Legends is the more popular one, but to be good at it. And when I first started playing, I didn't even know what a MOBA was. Like I said, I just started playing, and I like to. I'm a kinesthetic learner, so I like to do things and learn from that rather than looking up guides and so on. I like to learn by myself, figure it out. And I've got like, God, I got like 600 hours into Dota, and I'm still terrible. So it kind of shows you that it's not how many hours you clock in, but it's what you put in those hours. But I'm not playing Dota to be good at it at all. I'm playing it because it's one of the most fun games I've ever played. Because it's similar to chess and how complex it is. Because there's so much to the game. There's so many things that can turn a game around. There's so many there's so many strategies you could use to win that it's just endless opportunities to have fun. And that's what I really like, is that its replay value is virtually endless because it has so many different things you could do with fuck ton of heroes. I think there's 110 heroes, I'm pretty sure. But that's why you've seen an increase sort of on this channel and Dota games, because I have a lot of fun with it. And I don't want to make my channel completely Dota or MOBA based or one genre based. I like to have like a variety of games. So regardless, Dota 2 is definitely top 3 material as far as my favorite video games of all time is concerned. Number 2, Oblivion, The Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Like I said earlier, Diablo 2 was my gateway into RPGs, and Oblivion was kind of like the solidifying or the cement, if you will, for the building, because it was what solidified my love for RPGs, mainly because I played it and the memories, because something that's really important that I'll get more into for number 1 is that the memories you make, it's not only the gameplay and if you can revisit that game and no matter how many times you'll love that game, it's also the memories you make off that game. And Oblivion is one of those games. It's truly a remarkable game, and even though I've never actually beaten the game, I've done, most of the side quests. I've traveled all over the place, and yes, Skyrim is better in every single aspect than Oblivion, or at least for most of the aspects. But to me, what separates that is it's my personal experiences with the game, like playing with friends and stuff, and that honestly is what makes this my second favorite game of all time. Number 1, Halo 3. So the Halo series I am a huge fan of. I haven't, some of them I haven't played, but Halo Combat Evolved I played when I was a kid. That game was the shit. Halo 2 was the shit. Halo 3 tops them all, in my opinion. Halo 3 is definitely the best Halo game of the entire franchise. I know a lot of people like to say, yeah, well, Halo 4 was better, or Reach was better, but you know what? Halo 3 is definitely my favorite. Halo 3 has influenced me personally a whole lot. Not because of like, it's just a game, but it's not like, I'm not gonna say, oh, it's more than a game, because it's not really. What I want to say though is that, like I said in the previous, for the number 2 spot, Oblivion, the memories I've made from that game are insurmountable. It's not only one of my, or it's not only my favorite game of all time, just for the reason of it, like of my love for the campaign and the Easter eggs in it, but also from the community and from like the memories I've made playing with like friends and stuff like that. Because that's what you can have a really great game or a really mediocre game, but what separates it from being just, in your top 5 favorite games to being number 1 is what you make of, or like the memories you've made from that game. And honestly, I mean, that's what it's all about. I played online a whole lot, and the game online was terrific. And in a way, it honestly kind of transcended into my YouTube, because I started watching a whole bunch of Halo videos from Machinima, around the birth of Machinima Respawn, back in 2008. And, I was always looks forward to, the new installments, or like new like gameplay footage. It was just honestly like, it was something else. It was totally, without question, as of right now, my favorite video game of all time. So that's my entire list. If you have, I'm obviously you guys are gonna have, if you're watching this video, you're gonna be sharing a passion for video games just as much as I am. But tell me in the comments what your 10 favorite video games of all time is, because I know a lot of people have a lot of different tastes. So let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.